Hello and welcome to Harper's Bazaar Arabia's weekly Currently Trending podcast. I am Milli Midwood, the Deputy Digital Editor here at Harper's, and in this week's episode we're going to talk about our favourite New York Fashion Week highlights, from Slick Woods walking the runway 9 months pregnant to Ralph Lauren's star-studded 50th anniversary show. Hello and welcome back to Harper's Bazaar Arabia's Currently Trending podcast. Today we're here to talk all things New York Fashion Week. I'm joined by the two lovely ladies. We've got Sam Francis, the creative director of Aces of Space, and you may also know her from her super fashionable Instagram Style is Necessity. Hello.
Hello, thank you. That's a nice introduction.
And we've also got Kat Lebrasse, fashion and lifestyle blogger, consultant, and mother to the two cutest little munchkins you'll ever see on Instagram.
Hi, everyone.
So let's talk about New York Fashion Week. The Spring-Summer 2019 shows have finished, and we want to know what you think about them. There have been a lot of parties as well, so let's start off with the party that kind of kicked off the fashion
party.
Exactly.
The big one.
The Harper's Bazaar Icons party to celebrate Karine Reitfeld's Icons shoot, which is also out in our September issue on newsstands now. So any standout moments from the party? There were lots of celebs.
Yeah, I think the main thing that's so nice is that they actually give everybody a bit of a spotlight. Instead of always just wanting to see new faces, they really appreciated, what's been going on. And I think that's very important that they highlight something like that, besides from just the partying. It's good. It's good that they actually do something like this instead of always just feeling that it should be about new things and always being renewing.
Well, it's good that the party was in celebration of something, and the something was, the first families of music and a lot of the older generation actually of music and their offspring. So that was quite nice. And as a mum, I quite liked to see that they were celebrating the kids as well. It was good.
Yeah. And one of the icons of music was Christina Aguilera, who also performed on the night. She also had a pretty show-stopping look. What do we think about that?
Well, I was waiting for it to fly away. Yeah, I think.
So she wore a Vivienne Westwood dress that was almost reminiscent of her 2003 VMAs dress. I think a lot of people were pretty excited by that. Pink for the first time, white this time.
Full feathered kind of gown. I'm not sure if there was a real silhouette showing in there. I think it was definitely a showstopper, but on the other hand, not very flattering on the body. And Christina Aguilera wears a lot of white. It goes well with her hair and her red lipstick kind of signature.
I quite liked it. I liked that she stood out from the crowd because there were a lot of people at the event that I felt wore black, which I'm not normally a big fan of black. However, my favourite looks probably from the night were all women in black, funnily enough. But I loved that Christina, she posted on her Instagram saying that she was ready to ruffle a few feathers. And I thought that was really clever, a really clever way of describing
I mean, she is Christina Aguilera. If somebody's going to do it, it's going to be someone like her or Madonna or, somebody that is so extra.
Yeah.
I do think that it's not fully my favorite look. I think it's a bit over the top. Feathers can be done really elegantly. And I thought this was just like a big ball of feathers with a head on top. Like that's what it felt like to me. But yeah, definitely a good try.
And speaking of women in black dresses, so some of our favourite best dressed were Camila Cabello in Ralph and Russo.
She looked stunning.
Yeah.
A lot of skin, though, I must say. Although she can get away with it because she has an amazing physique.
Yeah.
But I noticed there was a lot of skin actually on a few people. I think Mariana Hewitt wore a very transparent kind of mesh style dress, and even Lee Lazark in a jumpsuit that was also more or less completely see-through. And I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that much skin. Call me prudish, but I think that was a lot on show.
Yeah.
I think also because we are in a region where, we are more modest and we feel that, covering up is something that we're more used to. And then you see people showing more and more skin. I sometimes don't even know what to think of it. Like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with it or if I'm not. I do think that seeing it more and more and more, it gets a bit easier on the eye.
Yeah.
If it's done in a tasteful way, that's the most important part, because sometimes, it just doesn't look good. But at Camilla's look, it was just gorgeous.
Camilla
Like, she looked
was done in a
amazing.
tasteful way. Yeah, that's definitely the point for sure.
Yeah, I love the little tassels on her dress. I think like we've been seeing a lot of fringe on Fashion Week, and the movement in the dress just makes it sort of a fun thing when she's walking by. So that's definitely beautiful, and she's gorgeous. She just looks amazing.
And from our region, Karen Wiseman was there. That's
Yes.
pretty exciting to have someone from our region to attend. And she was wearing Alexandra Vautier.
Yeah, she was.
Very beautiful. And I think she had on a beautiful
Necklace.
Dylan Lex
She's
necklace.
inspired my look
Has
today.
she? Oh. Well, she is an influencer. She does
Exactly.
influence. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she even
she
borrowed it
looked-
from her friend Dan, and
She
this is what
might
they
have,
like,
yeah.
borrowed from each other.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, because
Sustainable.
it's- Exactly. Yeah, sustainable, and
But
also
she
like
looked
it's nice. that
very,
people do that.
very elegant and chic, and I think she represented us all very well.
Yeah, she did. She's gorgeous.
And speaking of representing us, one of our favourite Middle Eastern designers, Zaher Murad, dressed a lot of the Victoria's Secret angels. We had Alessandra Ambrosio, Devin Windsor, and Nina Adgal all wore dresses from the designer. They all looked amazing as well.
So this is the thing, like, I mean, obviously it's amazing to wear Zaher Murad because he's gorgeous, but on the other hand, these girls, they can walk away in a plastic bag and still look
Literally.
great.
Yeah.
They are just like Victoria's Secret is like the end ultimate goal of any woman, I feel. Not,
Yeah.
Hopefully, but I definitely think that whatever they wear, they look amazing. But can you imagine just wearing a Zaher Murad with this amazing,
Stunning.
beautiful hair and faces and bodies? No, this looked like
Alessandra
something
was
else.
probably one of my best dressed, actually. I really, really liked what she wore. It just looked so beautiful on her, the two-piece kind of lace ensemble that Zaher did for her. Absolutely gorgeous.
She actually wears her hair quite a lot as well on the red carpet, so she pulls it off very well. We're always excited to see what she wears next.
Yeah, I don't know why that everybody in the Middle East always, we love these talents that come from Lebanon or from the Middle
We're very
East.
passionate about our region,
Yeah,
aren't
it's
we?
just so nice, even though they're way bigger and beyond than what we know. Like, I mean, Zaher Murad, Elie Saab, all of these designers are just something that you have a little connection with because they are from our
We're
region.
proud.
so-
Yeah.
Get proud,
Yeah.
So let's talk about the shows. There were lots of standout moments, but what were the ones that kind of have stuck in your head?
For me, Calvin Klein has really stood
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Raf Simons basically looked to Jaws basically for his show. Well, I don't even know if you can say inspiration or just in general.
Obsession.
The entire show was almost like a Jaws remake on a catwalk. People were wearing wetsuit style outfits, speedos, spandex. There were
Wet hair.
women models wearing, even swimming caps, and they had wet hair, and they walked down with goggle-like sunglasses. He even had the Jaws theme song playing. Some of the models were wearing Jaws branded merchandise.
I wonder if there's a little sponsorship going
It was
on.
pretty full on, yeah. I mean, hashtag sponsored, but no, yeah, it was definitely stood out for me as one of the kind of out there shows of the season.
Do you think we're going to see that trend off the runway and into the wardrobes? Do you think people are going to be wearing Jaws t-shirts next season?
That's a very good
It's a big
question.
call.
Like, how does runway translate to real life? Like, we always see people doing amazing things on the runway, and they're just also there for media and for press and to create a sort of movement. But on the other hand, I know for sure that this will be translated back on the streets, maybe in a more minimal version. The wet hair look is always this seasonal turn back, or it always comes back every season. The Jaws thing is something I haven't seen before. And
I actually think it will. I think maybe not just in the Jaws light as well. I think people will start wearing Jaws branded t-shirts, but I think we'll see a lot more movie t-shirts maybe this season.
now I've been also hanging out with a lot of people with kids, and this is a very weird thing to see that association. But does anybody know that song? Baby Shark.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
I even know that song.
How do you even know?
I
Oh,
don't
God.
know. It's all over social media.
That pretty much enters my nightmares at night, that song.
Yeah, so I was on holiday with some friends, and for 2 weeks long, I've been hearing this shark song, and then seeing the shark on the runway was like,
can't
I don't
escape
know if
it.
that's a sort of inspiration or.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
maybe Raf Simons is targeting mothers and fathers
Yeah,
of
who knows?
their children.
Indirectly marketing.
Possible, yeah.
No, it's funny how you can recognize different places for different trends, but there is definitely kids running around in shark towels. I've seen Karen Risen's kids in some shark towels, which looked really funny. So it's definitely.
But overall, the Calvin Klein aesthetic was beautiful. The actual looks were really, really gorgeous, and I think the collection will do really well.
And can we just talk about Ralph Lauren's 50th anniversary show? That front row was not expected at all. We had Pierce Brosnan, Oprah, Hillary Clinton, Dialamaki was there. And we also had Priyanka Chopra, Blake Lively, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. I mean, it was just a who's who of Hollywood A-listers.
It absolutely was. And did you know, just off the cusp here, that Pierce Brosnan's son was actually in the show?
I can't believe that.
That's crazy news. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, it's really cute.
There.
Yeah, so cute.
He's so cute. He came to watch his son.
Is he into modelling now, or is that just
I
one-off?
guess. So I believe he's 17, and I think it was he only got the job a couple of days before the show, and Pierce wanted to go and support him. Yeah,
that's what I love, how all these celebrities have sons and daughters that are actually creating their own career for themselves at a very young age. Obviously, having a famous celebrity dad or mom will help you with the opportunities, but
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard for it to get where you want to be, because there's so many celebrity kids. So it's very cool to see that he actually walked the show. I didn't know that.
Really cool.
Speaking of celebrity kids, Kaya Gerber.
Flavor of the month or the year or the next couple of years.
Yeah, so this is something I just can't get over. She is so beautiful. I'm so obsessed with her look, the way she looks, like her and her mother. So obviously her mother is Cindy Crawford. And it seems like she's like a younger version of her mom, but then trendy, fun, cool. I do think that it's very interesting that we used to see a lot of Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner on the runways. Are we seeing a sort of battle going on? I know they're all friends, but is she sort of taking over and stealing the show?
Taking the limelight, you think?
Yeah, we see that fashion models used to be supermodels back in the day, used to be there for a longer time. So they used to have a decade of massive career success. And now things are so much more fast moving. So we had, what's she called now again? Cara. You see, I almost forgot her name. She was the biggest.
True. Where is Cara these days?
Cara. And then you got the other girls that started taking over. Gigi hanging out with Cara, then Gigi taking over, then Kendall coming in as a model. Now I think Kaya is the next big face. I mean, it's for sure. She's been in every show. So it's very interesting to see her career grow.
Yeah. Wes Gordon for Carolina Herrera. He made his debut.
A lot more fun, bright, colourful, younger, shorter hemlines. Very un-Carolina Herrera. So yeah, interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the ladies who lunch in New York will take to it, I think.
Yes, because she's always so classic in the way she designs, and I think that still has been translated in the collection, but more of a fun
I really liked it personally, but I'm wondering how, you know, her standard demographic will take to it, because it's not their usual. You know, there was thigh-high splits even, so I'm wondering, you know, how they're gonna make that work.
Yeah, Carolina Herrera, for me as a stylist, Carolina Herrera has always been popular in the Middle East. If I style ladies that have to dress more modest, you know, Carolina Herrera made beautiful evening gowns that are very modest, so long sleeves, not too high slits, just in a nice and neat way. So this is an interesting take on the brand. They're very classic in what they usually do, so it's a challenging thing to just throw it around. But I feel like if brands don't do this, they're going to fall behind. So I think it's a very good move too.
Well, I hope he does well from it, because I think it was a beautiful collection, and I hope, you know, he's brought some new life into Carolina Herrera.
Yeah, especially the colours.
I loved the marigold, the yellow actually. That's a big trend this season,
pretty.
do you think? Yeah, it kind of appeared in quite a lot of shows. And I'm a big yellow fan, so I'm excited by
I
that.
love yellow.
Yeah.
So good.
One of my other favourite shows was Oscar de la Renta, and the creative director was inspired by her travels to Morocco and India. So we had Bella and Gigi Hadid and a Moroccan model, Nora Attila, as well, who we love at Harper's. And there were saris and very kind of Indian Moroccan.
Caftans. Yeah. So did you guys know that the designers of Oscar de la Renta are actually the designers of Monse?
No?
Yes.
Yeah, I only just learned that recently.
They must be busy.
Yeah, very. Yeah. And they were saying that they were inspired by their travels to lots of those, so to Morocco, to Turkey, to India, to China. And they even said they had a map as their mood board throughout the show. So they had people coming through different countries. I think it was quite cool. Yeah, it was very beachy, wasn't it? Very vacation inspired, all caftans and colourful and fringe and
There's a beautiful yellow dress as well that I hope we'll be seeing lots of
Yes.
next season. I think
Yeah.
Gigi wore it. It was flowy and it was lovely. It was just great.
Yeah, hello, note for the buyers.
Yeah.
And they're clearly big Hadid fans at Oscar
Yeah.
de la Renta, because I think Bella opened and Gigi closed, so it was all about the Hadids this season as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so they still have a massive presence in Fashion
Definitely,
Week, which is
definitely.
good.
Oh yeah, they were in almost every show, so
Yeah.
I think they're still doing very well for themselves. Yeah.
So another thing we started seeing on the runways is a lot more inclusivity and body positivity.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about that? Do we think fashion is going in a new direction? Do we think it's going to stay in this direction?
Who's going first? I have a lot. So I have this love-hate relationship with the figures of fashion. I, as a stylist, know how important it is that to make the clothes look as good as possible, there's a certain figure that a designer designs for, and that's why they usually choose very slim models for the runways. But on the other hand, it's not a healthy image to throw out in the world and say this is what girls should look like, especially in 2018, where people stand up more for themselves. People do know what they want in life. Like, we're not that insecure anymore that we need to be led by just what fashion is telling us or just by the runways. So I am happy that they're incorporating it. On the other hand, it's very hard because I've seen some designers doing it and not in the right way. So they are used to design for skinny body figures. Then they try it on a plus size model and it doesn't look how it should look. So when they design like that, the draping is important, fabrics are important, the right silhouette is important. And that, strangely enough, for big designers, doesn't always get taken into consideration. I do love how they've done it at Fenty. I mean, it's super extra there, but...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Rihanna included everyone, all ethnicities, all sizes, shapes. It was fantastic. She even had Slick Woods, 9 months pregnant, who delivered immediately
Minutes
after
after
walking
the
the
show.
runway. She even had her walking the show, so that's quite cool. Actually, I'm quite offended. I'm just going to say that nobody asked me to walk a runway while I was pregnant. All Dubai designers, what's going on here?
I would love to see that. I also liked how Rihanna incorporated dance into her show. It's way more artistic, and Fashion Week is always about amazing shows. And I think a lot of people are going more minimal in the way the budgets are cut also, obviously, because last year has been tough for lots of fashion brands. But the creative vision of Rihanna in her show is just seen throughout the collection, it's seen throughout the models. It's so well thought through, instead of being, okay, I have to tick off another collection of the box. And she's not even by heritage or by nature a fashion designer. She just really works from her heart and with passion how she wants to see it on the runway, and it translates so
why
well.
it makes sense actually for her to have dance and music through her show, because that's what she's about. That is what we know her for. So it would have been strange not to, really.
Yeah, it was so cool to see. I would love to be there. Yeah.
And Lily Aldridge also walked the Brandon Maxwell show, 5 months pregnant.
Yep.
Ashley Graham for Michael Kors.
Yeah, which was quite notable, wasn't it? Because he only last year said that he would never put a plus size model in his campaign, in his runway, because he felt that it just wouldn't work for the reasons that you were just saying, Sam. It just doesn't translate as well on a plus size model as it does on a regular sized model, if we're going to call them that. But so he obviously gave in to that, and Ashley Graham, won over. Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I find so tough about designers. They make these big statements,
Yeah.
and then they change their mind. Like, Dolce & Gabbana shouting out statements every 5 minutes. I'm not sure if this should even be a topic, because this is the only reason why.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go on social media, but these big statements are something they need to take responsibility for.
Well, in the day of social media these days, nothing, unfortunately, can be taken back. Everything is, once you put it out there, it's out there for good.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make a statement, you want to make it sure it's something that you're going to stick to, that you're not going to change your mind on, because...
Yeah, it's just been lots of bullying going on with some of the designers, where, they make these big statements just to make a statement or to be in the limelight. But I think that's so unnecessary to do. I'm not sure what you guys think of it, but
Yeah.
tough one.
There we go. But yeah, there was tons and tons of body positivity and inclusivity all over New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And some designers even have been championing it for a while. Like Prabal Gurung has always been about, the female and feminist situation. So yeah, it was nice to see that a few more designers took it on this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also had Winnie Harlow, she's been on loads of runways.
She's old news.
Yeah.
She's always. I
her.
love her as well,
Yeah.
but I mean, she is always on
Yeah.
so many runways. She's in so many campaigns. I think she's just beloved now worldwide. Like, it's not even a question of whether or not she would be included anymore.
Yeah. I do love that people get familiar with it. Before they were not really familiar with this kind of model on the runway. I mean, I'm saying this kind of. I mean, with a model that looks different than the regular model. But this is what we see every day in life, and that's why I find it so important that it does get incorporated into the fashion industry, and we need to promote it.
Definitely.
I've also seen a lot more covers recently with different skin tones. Usually, it used to be like most of the issues used to be white. Skin tones or Caucasian skin tones.
Cindy Crawford, Claudia Schiffer, Kate Moss. That was,
And now I
you
love
had
how
one
we've seen-
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, and then there's one exactly, and I love how there's now so much more different cultures going on the covers, like mixed cultures or African girls or models that are just recently discovered and never thought they would be on a cover, because it is extra difficult for them to get on a cover, unfortunately, which I feel that this year we're going to see more of that, especially also in the Middle East. I've seen a lot of those covers popping by, and I'm so happy to see that the diversity is going on.
Yeah,
Prabal Gurung had 35 different nationalities walk his show.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. People are really trying to jump on board and include as many different people as possible. So it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So what are some of our favourite trends that have come off the runway that we're looking forward to for Spring/Summer 2019?
Well, I think headscarves was huge this season. They were literally everywhere. They were at Tom Ford, Michael Kors, Chromat, Kat Spade, Anna Sui. So I feel like that's what we're going to see all summer long. And it was in all different ways as well. It wasn't just in your traditional headscarf style. People wore them as turbans. They were slung back very Thelma and Louise style. So I think, it's going to be fun, especially here in the Middle East, where obviously headscarves are a big part of our fashion. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of creativity behind the headscarves. Yeah,
I love that. I have a box full of scarves that I
Me
can
too.
finally bring out again. You know, sometimes you forget. I was cleaning up my wardrobe the other day. I was like, I have so many scarves, and I don't remember in the last 6 months wearing a scarf. So I hope I get inspired again to get them out of the wardrobe.
Yeah, good.
I definitely love. I'm a footwear kind of girl. I love how weird footwear is coming back in again. I've seen a lot of girls with cowboy boots. I absolutely love it. It's something that's, fashion sometimes brings things back. And my husband would say, "What are you wearing?" And I'm just like, "I'm going to rock these boots so good."
My husband said the opposite. He was like, "Cool boots."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I was just on holiday and I saw these pink cowboy boots. And I told my friends, like, "Oh, I wish I would have bought these pink cowboy boots." And they all looked at me. They're like, "What did you just say?"
Except for me, I said call them and see if they'll ship them to
I
you.
know. I've been asking everybody, and everybody's like, "My luggage is full." No, but I love the cowboy boots. I also love fringes. Always a fun thing to come back in fashion. But what I mainly love about this season is that everything is getting more positive and more fun again. And
Absolutely.
and I
More
think
colourful.
colorful and lots of combination of layering. Now, fashion is always a translation of what's going on in the world. Like, it doesn't just happen for no reason. Like, it always translates how people are feeling. Last year, we saw in New York a lot going on with obviously Donald Trump. So that more turned into a bit of a darker mood in fashion for whatever reason, because people were a bit indecisive in what was happening. Those trends do translate into fashion. And I feel this season, New York is ready for a fresh start, ready to wear fun colors, be daring, be out there. And that's something I haven't seen in a while.
A
in
lot
New
more
York.
playful, definitely, this season. There's bucket hats. There's, as you said, some more interesting footwear. Even crochet, I think, was really strong on the runway. The colours were a lot stronger, like really bright colours. A little bit of pastels with Marc Jacobs and ruffles.
Yes, ruffle,
There were
tassel,
so
ruffle.
many ruffles.
Extra.
Really exaggerated puffy sleeves, like we're going back to the 80s. So I think next season's going to be really fun and frivolous, let's say.
Yeah, I feel the 80s has been slowly coming back over the last 3-4 seasons, but it hasn't exploded. And I feel now there's always been a bit of 90s and a bit of 70s and then a bit of shoulders of the 80s and a bit of glitz and glam. I feel now, I hope that I'm going tonight to New York I'm going tonight to Paris and Milan. I hope we're going to see some more 80s because I just love the 80s. It's so much fun, isn't it? So also color in fall winter collections hasn't been seen in a long time. Every season I've been seeing darker florals or darker tones for fall winter. And I think that now moving from fall winter to spring summer, we're going to have really like people
a huge change.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What else are we looking forward to for the rest of the fashion weeks to come?
Well, do we think Kendall Jenner will make it? Well, she has made
an appearance last night on the Burberry runway, but is that it for her for the rest of fashion month?
Is it just a one-off? Is it just a special appearance by Kendall for Burberry, or are we going to see more of it?
Because Riccardo Tisci is a family friend of the Kardashians, so maybe that was just a favour to him, and she's actually not interested in walking anymore.
Yeah, they've been having good connections for a long time with Riccardo, and then also with Balmain. Maybe we'll see her in Paris. You never know.
True, actually.
Up there.
Yeah, very possible.
I think that she should definitely keep on walking the runway more again, because she's saying that she wants to walk less. Lots of commotion going on how she said it. Yeah.
Perhaps you can just pick and choose a little as opposed to getting so anxious about walking every show, and maybe it's a selection of some.
Yeah. But it's an amazing career that she's...
absolutely. She should be grateful for what she's achieved. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Any other shows we're looking forward to? I feel like a lot of the big players are in Paris. We've got Chanel, Dior.
I think Gucci's even moved to Paris, apparently. So it's no longer showing in Milan, and will be showing in Paris this year.
It was last season.
Oh, was it last season?
This season.
Behind the times, I am.
Yeah, they went for once to Paris. I think this season they're going to be in Milan. They will have a show, but it's not on the calendar. I have to double check. And then they're doing an event with some dancers.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure I'm going to see their collection. So I'm going to hopefully... bring back some amazing news about their collections. But I wonder how Gucci is going to top off all of their last shows, because every time I'm just like blown away. I mean, how do you come up with this kind of creativity?
Yeah, last season was really interesting, wasn't it, with the heads and the
whatnot.
So
handbags.
How are they? Yeah, exactly. How are they going to top that? Let's see.
For people that don't know, last year Gucci walked the runway with it was this year, with copies of the models' heads
being held in their hands.
Held in their hands, Harry Potter kind of style, I would say almost. It was something. At the same time shocking, but at the same time very comforting in a weird way. Like, it looked very chic. I don't know why.
I'm not sure I found it comforting.
Okay.
But
yes, I was looking at it. I was like, yes, this is the next step for you, Gucci.
So if anyone wants to send you a Sam Francis head handbag, you would be carrying
She's
that.
up for it,
as
apparently.
long as it has like a nice little lace ribbon.
Please note, I'm not sure that I'd like that. Thank you very much.
It's just nice. It's shocking in a way, but at the same time, I didn't feel it was out of place for Gucci. It's Gucci, and Gucci will do what they want to do. They're not very super trends driven. They create the trends, and that's what's so special about Gucci. So I really can't wait to see this season what they're going to be up to. Lots of layering, lots of fabric, probably lots of things that we haven't seen yet, but they've brought back color, they've brought back fun, they've brought back vintage looks into our dressing, and lots of brands have been taking this into their collections.
Absolutely. We saw a lot of that trickle down even to High Street, didn't we? So definitely they are the trend creators. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes forward this year. Last season as well, I loved the Dior Fall Winter collection. It was just such a gorgeous collection. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to come up with for spring summer. They always do some beautiful pieces. Yeah.
And do we think more brands are going to be trying out the see now, buy now?
Don't know. Do we feel like that's kind of dying out a little bit? I feel like designers are steering away from it again.
Yeah, well, it only started I think Burberry was the first brand that started it. Was it 2 years ago approximately? And it hasn't really caught on because...
A few people have taken it on.
Yeah,
Marc
but
Jacobs
now...
still did it this season, I believe.
Tom Ford is stopping the whole buy now, see now, buy now thing. I don't know why they're stopping it. I know that it's very hard to keep up with manufacturing things instantly right after the show. The distribution needs to be really good to get it all shipped over to the right locations. Maybe that's one of the reasons. I love the classic feeling of having a collection and then having to wait for it.
Likewise, yeah.
Yeah. But then again, this is a now movement. Everybody wants everything now. So,
and things are becoming less and less seasonal, I think. So as we still have fall, winter, spring, summer, but because of, I think, the seasonal changes of the weather, we don't actually have spring, summer, fall, winter. We still are wearing fall, winter clothing in spring, summer and vice versa. So maybe the see now, buy now makes sense because of that.
Yeah. Also, I think the seasons used to be so particular and people used to wait for the fashion shows to know what's going on. But with social media being such a big thing in our lives now, we see everything instantly.
Before it even goes to the runway sometimes.
Yeah, so we see things backstage before it has even been on the runway. We see shoots already before they've been coming out because people don't want to wait anymore. And if you wait for the behind the scenes after it has happened, people are bored. They want to see everything now. And even though we like the classic
nowadays,
traditional
aren't we?
thing, yeah, it is going to be like that.
Social
if we want it or
media
not.
has made us greedy.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's what you get with department stores. Like, I believe Unas is shipping things, which is an
within
online
2 hours.
in 2 hours to your house.
How dare they not
3
get here
hours
within
ago,
2 hours and 1
where's my
minute?
dress?
Yeah.
Lots of brands returning, doing quick shipping deliveries in the Middle East, and I think that's also very important for shopping online. Another topic is like where department stores are going to go in the next season. I used to work for department stores, and we've seen that they were the first ones to have the latest trends. They were very much leading what was going on, but lots of these brands are going online now. We're just not patient enough anymore to wait, so we want everything now.
And we're
Now,
too lazy to
please.
go to a shop, aren't we?
Yeah.
We want it now from our
And
phone.
busy.
Yes, and busy. You're right. Sorry,
Yes.
that's the a better way of describing it. Too busy, not lazy, to go to stores. It's very true, though. I mean, I personally shop way more online than I do in stores now because I don't want to go to the shops with two children.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
I want to try it on at home, and if it doesn't fit, then I will send it back.
I do love the experience of just going to, a Harvey Nichols and strolling to the racks and touching the fabrics and seeing it, because online you don't see what you see in real life. I have this many times when I put fashion shows together or looks together. I get the looks on paper or I get them on a screen and I have a feeling it's going to look like that. But when you feel it, when you touch it, it's just completely different. So I do think that it will always be there. There will always be, maybe we're going to translate things into showrooms where people can see the collection and then shop it online.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we've already designed with our HC, we've designed something in Holland where you could go to a store, you could see the collections, and then you can go and shop it online. And I hope we're going to be designing lots of these things here in Dubai because it is functional. And at least we don't have to go to the shop, sneak around and say, I'll come back later and then buy it online.
Find a discount code and buy it online.
Yeah. We all do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, ladies.
Pleasure.
It was
Thanks
a pleasure
for having
having you. And we will love to have you back next season to talk about what has happened on Spring/Summer 2019 when the clothes actually come out.
Yeah.
I know.
Love to come back.
And we
See
still
them.
have 2 massive weeks coming up.
I know. Yeah,
Paris
exactly.
and Milan. Hello.
Exactly.
This is going to be so full on. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. So, yeah.
Well,
Nice to
Thank
see you all,
you.
ladies.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're new to Currently Trending, we'd love you to subscribe, rate and review this podcast. And don't forget you can visit our website, harpersbazaararabia.com, for all your daily fashion, beauty and celebrity exclusives.